Even the Gyrocopter still getting really good farm on top lane, even if Sylar is catching up and, in fact, now ahead of him in CS.
Yeah.
Everything was still fairly well balanced until that fight.
Fairly well, but as you said, Sylar, his CS is looking really high, especially as they sent up the Gyrocopter there to contest in the beginning. They haven't been able to hold down Sylar's farm, and he is a terrifying player when he starts getting this kind of level of farm on AM.
I'd be terrified of all of LGD right now. Like, any mage having farm to get to a Battle Fury, but the other four in a position where Puck, like, that Blink Dagger is not going to be delayed in this game. It should be the average timing. Yao's even in a position where he can be overly aggressive in lanes, and Zhao 8, they gave him a lot of space in the bottom lane while they were roaming ganking, so he is rapidly approaching level 6. You bring Laguna Blade on, especially when you get a shard trap like that over on Johnny. There's so much kill potential from LGD that Fnatic don't have space to just keep farming.
There truly is. And he might go for mana boots as well here on Zhao 8. He could go in and just buy it, or maybe he will go for something else. We see some...
It's the Observer Ward watching Yao moving towards Mushi. And when that happens, Johnny actually moves towards top. Okay, so this is the moment where you can start to exploit the Nature's Prophet. He hits level 6, so he got Wrath of Nature. His TP's on cooldown for 16 seconds, so he's not going to be able to just jump into this top lane for a fight. But they get a Frostbite and MMY, trigger the Wrath of Nature if they need to. And in fact, Shallow Grave, MMY, going to go all the way back to base. The Wrath of Nature will connect, but it's all too late. MMY will survive.
Yeah, too bad on the Frostbite there. Can't really use it like that. Sylar should be fine here. He can just blink, but... maybe they can mind game him.
They can actually summon a whole bunch of trees and just take towers now.
Yep. This is the power of Fnatic's lineup. Having the Nature's Prophet, they can take the towers like this. So it's a question of what can LGD do during this time. They're definitely going to lose tier 1.
Well, they can just push the tier 1 tower in bottom lane. Like, you Light Strike Array enslave the creep wave, or in this case just shard it as well. But you've got 2 arcane boosts on both Zhao 8 as well as Yao. So that tier 1 tower, like the creep wave, just gets destroyed instantly. Now Mushi, he's waiting for his teammates, and it's going to jump up. Waited perfectly. Yao gets inside the snowball, stuns over on Mushi, but the call down from KYXY, they chase up even further onto Zhao 8. MMY, the Shallow Grave once again. You do have maybe coming in. Dream Call. Mushi's got enough for just one more jump, but then again he's silenced. He can't do anything else. So an attack up, finding the kill over on the captain of LGD, but KYXY also not in a comfortable position.
Maybe with the haste rune, he might want to go for this.
He's got to hide under the bottom lane. He actually buys everything. He's got KOXY.
They're pinging him. They know where he is.
Yeah, I think KOXY knows he's dead.
He's not going to try and go for it. Undying TPing in here. They're not going to risk it. Well, Mushi did get 2 kills there with his DD rune, though, before dying. So, yes, he died to a Puck, but that's still pretty fine for him. He gained some gold.
It was actually Puck who got the kill first, so the experiences went to his teammates that were there, not to himself. Maybe moving over. They found Ohio. The shards, it's going to block him in perfectly. Follow-up snowball, attempted TP, but that is exactly the word, attempted. It does not succeed. While on bottom lane, they're about to go again. MMY, oh no, MMY and Zhao 8, they back up at the right time.
They need a storm to catch and initiate these fights, so very difficult to just start the fight with Undying and CM there.
Yeah, but Mushi's going to move into his own jungle.
Yep.
He wants to try and farm up his own jungle before LGD come in and take it all.
But look at the top pressure now as well. Anti-Mage is just like, oh, you guys forgot about me? I'm just still farming. Still doing fine over here. Yeah, Nature's Prophet will come up top and defend this, taking the farm. He has a Midas now as well on Ohio.
It really is a plan for late game, but Puck's already got the counter item for the Nature's Prophet. He's got the Blink Dagger in 6 gold. That's all he needs.
Yeah, and that's just a great tool overall, because against the Storm, against the Crystal Maiden Freezing Field, you can do so much work here, just cancelling any of them. Having the Silence and the Stun available. Puck, really versatile here now. And
LGD have to try and find... Fnatic have to find a way to keep LGD on the back foot, or at least roaming around a lot and finding no kills for their roam. I think it's the only way Fnatic can get themselves back into this game, or they can just man it. And that looks to be the case. LGD are going to smoke behind their tier 1 tower. The Fnatic already smoked up, ready to come in. So they're going to try and break the smoke. Going behind them, they jump on Mushi. Be there, and they trap him in. Mushi just needs to jump away to cancel this, and now KOXY in with a call down. Turn on the flag cannon, the damage is huge. Maybe it's being attacked by Mushi, while Zhao 8, the Shallow Grave will not let him survive. They get 3 hero kills. MMY and Sylar come in. Mushi! Barely alive! It was the Mana Void from Sylar for the Rocket Barrage from KOXY. They'll still finish up Sylar. Johnny is man with a triple kill. The Tombstone's been up the entire time. The Treants, they're actually holding up Ohio, but no, they're holding up MMY. He gets back behind the tower. Ohio lost control of him. And,
beautiful though by Fnatic. They only lost 2 there, and they got 4 kills over on LGD. What a strong fight. They got 1,800 gold from that. I must say, the fact that Storm lived from the first initiation was part of a misplay from LGD. They used a Tuskar punch on a creep before, so he had cooldown on it. He couldn't kill the Storm.
That is what Fnatic wanted. I thought it was going to be through split push. Fnatic had different ideas about it all.
Yeah.
And the failed gank, they caught LGD with their shoes tied.
Definitely 6 for 6 now, and now Fnatic looking like they can actually take some pressure here. This is important against an anti-mage. Starting to invade the enemy jungle is super important, so getting a tier 1 mid is the first objective here.
They want to keep going. Second objective is to kill them all over again. 3-man smoke, maybe he's in the neighborhood. They don't have a silence, however. But they do have Mushi for his control. Maybe force out the phase shift from maybe early on. MMY on his way in, and there they go. Nova to start with. There's your phase shift. They do have the frostbite, but it'll all away to safety. And then the Sprout. They drag back MMY. While maybe might be low and healing up, they still take the tower. They get the objective.
Yeah, that's a good rotation again by Fnatic. They're really moving into this 5-manning very well. Again, using the gyrocopter as much as they can. Such a strong hero. Despite dying in the last fight, he had huge impact.
We still have to keep perspective of the rest of the map.
Yeah.
And there is still a big guy called Sylar who's farming himself away. Now, Mushi will come up here and just say hello and force him out of the lane. But this anti-mage is still continuously farming.
Yeah, he definitely will be as well, but he has still not dealt that much tower damage to the tier 1 top. He has been mostly heading into a jungle farming a lot. But he is closing up to that Battle Fury. That's when the AM really comes online.
KRXY just pushing maybe off this bottom lane. Looks like Yao's going to come down with a little bit of help from Zhao 8. I still haven't seen a Laguna Blade kill from Zhao 8.
Oh, and he's level almost 8 now, so they haven't been able to use that so much. Mid, Invis Rune, got to set up for a kill.
Yep, that's going to be MMY, this poor little Dazzle. He can shallow grave, but Mushi, he's just going to stay behind him and get this last attack when it finishes off. The Wrath of Nature kicked in, and that's going to be the kill. While on bottom lane, they've initiated very heavily. The Tombstone is down. They might have killed the Gyrocopter, but they're going to lose Yao in return, and this was Zhao Wei committing the Laguna Blade to find that kill.
Yeah, it was, but now immediately Fnatic gonna push. Sure, again you lost the gyro, and this will hurt them, losing this kind of momentum on him. But tier 1 tower gonna be pressured, and they're looking fine on the other lanes. No split push is really there.
Yep. Well, that's the beauty of Ohio. When you trigger the Wrath of Nature at the start of the fight, you're also pushing out the lanes at the same time.
Getting some TI3 flashbacks from that dude.
It's the Rat, man. But what does Ohio build into here? Like, do you try and keep the split push going? Do you feel like something like a Maelstrom push is going to do the work early on? Or do you try and find something like a Silver Edge?
I think one of the two items between Deso or Hex would have been the best items here.
Well, I like Deso.
Hex is super good against the puck and against the anti-mage, but Deso could bring the physical damage needed, especially as the gyro is kind of slowing down in farm now.
But is this going to be too long to get to? Like, I know the Deso is a lot cheaper these days, and once they actually purchase, we're going to Bracer on the courier. Okay, so he's still got 1,500 gold. Okay, it's just a little bit more life for the Crystal Maiden, that's all.
CM trying to survive the fights a little bit more. But yeah, I think Mushi could be the play.
Coming up to MMY in the middle lane, and MMY dragged back. This time he won't. Oh no, he does. It's the shallow grave timing again. The Wrath of Nature is still on cooldown for the moment.
Haste Rune gonna run away safely there.
Yeah.
Maybe Sylar was looking to punish that, but he himself just wants to go in and farm jungle now because the full Battle Fury is delivered.
Yep. Just get back into the trees. Just keep on farming. But Nature's Prophet doing his work. Keep the lane split push out as far as he can. I'm still seeing him with 1,800 gold. Not spending anything, but they're going to come for the bottom lane. The Sprout to get the vision to start with, and then the Treant spawn. No backdoor regeneration on a tier 1 tower, and no fortification to stop this push.
Yeah.
While the rest of LGD, it's a 2-man smoke move. Mushi puts down a Remnant, so he feels like they're coming for him.
Yeah, he's aware, but is he going to be disciplined about this? He won't back in. He won't go in there.
The problem is LGD don't know exactly where he is.
Yep.
The observer wards they've got are a little bit more shallower inside the Radiant jungle, so they're not getting the early vision.
And that's 3 tier 1 towers without any contest and without any deny as well. So Fnatic, they're doing a really good job taking the objectives here. If they now start pressuring top for a tier 2 there, Anti-Mage will have a hard time getting a tier 1 trade again.
It's always that thing with the Anti-Mage, isn't it? You're like, okay, I got Battle Fury, so all I got to do is just farm. But unless you want to go like full Eternal Envy style and you find holes in every single defensive line, like you can't farm as an anti-mage if you lose control of your own jungle. It becomes a lot riskier for you.
That is very true. That is very true. LGD, they're trying to build up so that they can team fight. They're going for the mech on Tusk, but they're still not quite there yet.
Maybe that's what Nature's Prophet should be looking into. Like, what if you actually look at it from a different angle where you go for the push power instead? Because who else will buy a mech on the team apart from maybe Undying? But he went for Treads, Urn, full magic wand.
I don't think that mech will be that great. Like, it could maybe work, but right now I think they need to just itemize for the future, so to say. Right now they are winning these tower pushes without having the mech. I think they need to go into DPS.
He's still holding on to his money.
DPS or lockdown. Like, buying a Mystic Staff and going Hex would be, you know, conceivable for him now. Good way to kill the puck as well.
Zhao 8's the man who, well, okay. Maybe want to look towards the top river. It's Yao who's farming up. Now, Mushi, the smoke's going to break. He'll just jump up. Finds Yao, got to drag him back in again. And that's enough damage to almost kill him before the Snowball. But Snowball as well as Shallow Grave being real problems. MMY's coming over for the Shallow Grave. Won't get there in time. And the Observer Ward does get out Sylar. They'll use the Weave just to intimidate Fnatic a little bit from going any further. But while this is going on, Ohio is still pushing out the bottom lane. So LGD drag all 5 heroes to the top, and now they actually have to TP maybe to the bot lane.
Can I just start out by giving props to Fnatic for the reset from the last disastrous game and the look on their faces there, how they're playing now.
Going after Ohio, he's not going to commit though.
Oh, he's tanky. He's too tanky. He's going to be able to TP out before he actually kills him.
I suppose if you commit the Dream Call first, that's your only stun.
Yeah.
Like, you could have the Rift, which would cancel the TP, but he's got a TP scroll on him. Sylar, this is a big catch out with the CM Ultimate. They can't find the kill, or can they? The Urn charge, no Yao will arrive, but in comes Mushy, in from the sides, finding Sylar. The Snowball protection was attempted, but this now means the Tusker is going to be dragged away to Mushi. He'll get the Walrus Punch off, but he'll go down to the Gyrocopter.
Amazing by Mushi, getting the anti-mage as he jumps away, even with the mech. They're going to get tier 2, and again, what is the trade-off? LGD, uncharacteristically here, starting to lose a lot out to Fnatic.
When you lose an anti-mage like that, your momentum, you just gave them 2,200 experience and almost 1,200 in the gold. When Fnatic then take another tower, it's over 2k they gain just from this, not to mention the space. The gold graph is drastically going vertical.
Yeah.
Same with the experience. For the first time in this game since what? The second minute? And that was only maybe a 20 experience advantage. Fnatic are back in front.
Yeah, definitely. And Fnatic, I'm curious now. I really want to know, Ohio, what is your item decision here? Are you going to go for Orchid maybe, as you're having so much momentum? Could maybe get it before the Manta, but I think Orchid will quickly become obsolete versus AM. And even the... Oh, Puck actually went Dagon, not Jewel Scepter.
There's your Orchid from Ohio.
So the Orchid is going to be really effective then.
So you get an Orchid on Ohio, control over on maybe, control on the anti-mage from blinking away until he finishes the mana style. If they can keep killing him off, that mana delay might be a very long time. Yeah. And, well, there's a Dream Coil, but Mushi, oh, he just ulties away. He's a Storm Spirit. He doesn't care about that.
That's a wasted Dream Coil. Nothing to do with that. His team was too far away.
Oh, this has just become a hell of a game. And Mushi, he's picked up the Bloodstone recipe, so it's a Bloodstone build coming in for Mushi. He's actually got the whole shebang now.
Yeah, he does. That is really nice for him. So finally has his first real item here. Anti-Mage trying to pressure top, get some damage to tier 1. He's going to be forced away by the Fury and ulti.
Yeah. Initially, Prophet was TPing up there, and then he cancelled and then said they used the fortification. So they must have not wanted him up there. Let Johnny take the space instead. So maybe, is this out now a critical time to also watch Mushi? Like, not just because he got a haste rune, but because he's going to have that Bloodstone on him, watch the charges. How quickly do they accumulate?
Also want to watch the point of initiation from Ohio in the fights, because Silence is really good right now against everyone on the side of LGD, and it's going to keep being good the entire game against Dazzle. That's a very good target all